addicts, welcome back to the American Girl Addiction. So I'm very excited to report the first of my purchases from American Girl has arrived. This item was actually something I bought a few months ago with some of my reward certificates and my discounts, and it was just back ordered. So I'm very excited that this item has finally arrived. Let me see if I can get her out. All right. Let me see. So yeah, I kind of like she's wrapped in this tissue paper so she doesn't get damaged in transit. All right, and this is like opening a Christmas present. Time to rip this tissue open. As you can see, this is the blonde winter princess from the collector series. I don't know if the other doll had the collector series written on it. So this one I'm guessing is from the second batch. I think a new batch was released for her. Sorry, the light's kind of reflecting. There we go. So I think they released another batch to kind of make up for the back orders, and they're letting more people order her now. So this one is not from the original ones that were released, sadly. So let's see. All right. So far her dress looks pretty, whoops, it accidentally popped up there. Her dress looks pretty similar to the other doll. Here, I'm gonna take off the lid and I'll be right back. All right, she is out of her box. So the highlights are the first thing I'm noticing, and I really like how prominent they are. The other winter princess doll, the dark skin doll, her burgundy highlights were not this prominent, which are probably good because it would look a little out of place. They blended better with her hair, and I really like how noticeable these highlights or frosted areas are. Then we have the, I guess that's supposed to be eyeshadow, I think. I wonder if there's anything, okay, no, under her eyes are good. And she has lipstick. Is it a little crooked, or is it, I think it's just the camera angle with the light on that side. I think it's the same. All right, so I'm also noticing her eyes are kind of a hazelish green, the same kind. It's brighter, I think, than Blair's maybe, the shade, but it's that same type of eye, not the pinwheel one, more like the Be Forever Felicity. Honestly, looking at this doll, this is how Isabel should have looked. Isabel was one of the dolls who disappointed me the most, which is part of the reason it's been so long to release her kind of dedicated review in my Girl of the Year series. But yeah, this is what I was hoping Isabel would look like, and it just makes me love this doll even more. So we have the same teardrop like crystal necklace that the other doll had. And the dress is the same too, but I like that I guess my lighting is better today because I'm better able to capture on film the material of the dress and the different colors. I think they also might have used lighter jewels. I feel like the other doll had more dark blue on her dress. I'm not 100% sure. And here we have these kind of rosish colored gloves. It's kind of a rosy gold pink, definitely rose gold for that crown, which looks like the other crown. There's the shoes. I think the shoes are identical. So except for the doll themselves, like the actual outfits and stuff that they come with, I'm pretty certain are identical. Except, again, maybe a slight variance in the crystals in the dress, but that's probably just in my head or due to the lighting. Let's see, I already snapped the zip ties in the back. To open the doll, you take her out of this backing of the box, and then on the back there's all of this, and you can remove it. So let's see if we can get her out of here. So let's see if we can get her out of here. There we go. So her neck, oh, all of her's free. Okay, yeah, because I snapped those. I think the crown and the purse are still stuck in there. Did I get them? Yay, the crown is free. It's super pretty. I think it's identical to the other one. It clashes a little with her highlights, maybe. Not 100% sure. And the purse is still stuck, but since I showed it in the other video, I'll probably just leave it for now. Ooh, this will be a good time to talk about the earrings. I kind of wish, since her hair was more pulled back than the other doll, that they had more of like teardrop earrings, more like the necklace. But I'm very happy that her ears are pierced. I miss when American Girl used to actually sell dolls who already had their ears pierced. So let's get her armband thingies off, so I can get a closer look at the gloves. The gloves have the kind of, so American Girl's gone through kind of two versions of gloves. They have like the original ones, which were very stiff. I don't know if you've had any like that. I think Caroline had them with her holiday outfit, for example, but they were very stiff and difficult to get on and off, and they really tried my patience when I was younger. And then they came out with, I think, the Frost outfit, the white one, the special edition Christmas one. I think it was the first one to debut these more like, I don't know, like flexible gloves. This almost feels like a third type of glove. It's not as stiff as the first, but it's not as flexible or thin as the second, so it feels somewhere in between there. Closer look at the shoes. They're kind of that ballet style flat, and you can definitely tell, unlike some of the holiday shoes where the glitter is like built in and it feels really like smooth and slick on top, instead it's definitely rough. You can tell that the glitter was added. Just thought I would mention that, so it might shed glitter on some of your stuff, I'm not sure. And then let's look at this wig. So this piece is really stiff because it's supposed to be gelled. I think it's supposed to stay up here, but the moment I took the wig cap off, it just fell down into her face. She has a bunch of like short strands that are just like stuck up there. Some of them seem longer, like over here. Actually, it almost looks like a lot of the highlighted pieces, not up here, but definitely near her face, are gelled there. So that might not be something some people like. If you're planning on taking her hair out, yeah, these pieces are definitely stiff. And I do like the idea of the hair coming down to frame her face, but it's like totally stuck together. It almost feels glued together. And they're staying up with various degrees of success. But yeah, so I still think this is how Isabel should have looked. Let's get this ponytail over here. Let's see, there we go. Alright, so a really nice detail that is not super obvious, but you can tell if you look, is some of the pink goes like all the way down. It's not just up here. It's not as vibrant as up here, but it is there. There are still like hints of the highlights in her hair, which is really nice. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about the gelled areas of her hair. I don't know what's happening. The iPad isn't wanting to focus anymore as much, but it doesn't necessarily take away from me, but I probably won't keep her hair in this hairstyle super long. I just wanted to mention it in case it's going to impact whether you would like to buy this doll. Because again, I think they released a new batch that you can buy. I could be wrong. So I wanted everyone to kind of have that information, because as a girl, that probably would have taken away from the doll for me. But right now, I feel like if her hair is down, it kind of hides it. And I do really like the way it frames her face. It looks good with the classic mold, and I'm a little surprised American Girl hasn't had more dolls with that layered hair. So overall, she's a gorgeous doll. I really love her, and I'm so glad to add her to my collection. I decided to name mine Sadie Rose. Please let me know down below if you got her and what you decided to name her.